privilege everybody has too. It's literally insane. Like, if you don't believe what they believe, then you're a piece of shit, and like, it's just a total la la land.
Hola, my amigos, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. It is May 5th, and all I have to say is happy Cinco de Mayo. I hope you're enjoying it, celebrating with friends and loved ones. All right, in the meantime, we've got a lot of liberal madness to get through. It's a deep, deep pool, so let's get to it. Let's do it. All right, my friends, there is no news and nuts today. We are just going to jump right into the deep end of madness, so get ready. Sit back, buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
Voted for that fucking orangutan. I don't want to see a margarita in your hand in 4 days. I don't want to see chips and queso at your table. And it better be the 5th of May to you and nothing else, since you want to speak English so fucking bad.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, as
yes.
all Americans know.
Well, it's actually
if
today.
You fucking
but, yeah.
voted for that motherfucking orangutan.
Okay, wow.
I better not see a motherfucking margarita in your hands. Don't go to any fucking Mexican or Hispanic or any sort of Latino motherfucking restaurant.
Gracias.
No tacos, no enchiladas, no nothing. No tamarindo, no nothing.
I don't know
in
what
your
that is.
hand. No tres leches cake, nothing.
I don't know what that is.
You don't even go to a motherfucking parade tomorrow because you're motherfucking bored. And you got no fucking, you don't have work tomorrow.
I don't like
you do not fucking get to celebrate that day tomorrow. If you voted for this motherfucker, you do not get to fucking celebrate tomorrow. Speak your motherfucking English. Isn't that what you fucking wanted? Yeah. You wanted everybody to speak English in this country. Speak motherfucking English. You better only fucking speak English. You better. Thought somebody was watching me.
Oh,
you
boy.
better. No fucking margarita for you.
Margarita.
Get drunk on your disgusting other fucking shit.
Well, you know what? I think now I am going to go get some Mexican food today. I am not going to get a margarita, but I might get a taco or an enchilada or maybe a burrito, something like that. And just to let you know, there is more words in the English language than.
And this Cinco de Mayo, if you voted for Donald Trump, stay home. Do not go out and buy a margarita. Do not go get guacamole, queso, and salsa with chips. Don't even think about ordering tacos or any other Mexican dish, because you voted for family separation, mass deportations of Mexican families.
Yes.
You voted to end birthright citizenship, to build a wall, and so much more.
Yeah,
this May 5th,
right.
stand on business. Pretend that it's November 5th, 2024, when you did not care about immigrants.
Let's not forget that majority vote, y'all.
Okay. I won't.
Cinco to stay home, yo. Okay? Cinco de Mayo ain't got nothing to do with us. Stay your black ass home. Cinco
I'm
to
not
stay
black,
home, yo.
so-
Don't play with me.
I'm good,
Thank you.
right?
You know Monday is Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yes, today is Cinco de Mayo, yes.
And I've been hearing a lot of content creators say this.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that called immigrants illegal,
Okay.
for those of you that have demonized immigrants,
I guess that's
for those
me,
of you
sure.
that voted for just what we're going through,
Yes.
for those of you that have ever told someone to speak English, this is America, right?
Okay, well, it's true.
Yeah, you don't get to fucking celebrate Cinco de fucking Mayo.
Ow. Oh.
For you, it'll just be a regular fucking Monday,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
You
Sure.
cannot appropriate culture that you refuse to accept. So no fucking frozen drinks for you.
Okay.
No fucking tacos. No fucking burritos. No fucking margaritas. Just take your asses to work and then fucking go home.
Okay. Wow.
How about that?
Probably not. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, at least you.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. So if we don't get to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, does that mean you don't get to celebrate like 4th of July or something like that? Like, this is so stupid. Oh my gosh. Listen, if anybody, and I don't care who you are, left, right, or whatever, just enjoy Cinco de Mayo. It's a fun time to just go out and be with friends and have some good food. I mean, it is, a lot of it's good. Not all of it, but most of it.
Cinco de Mayo is next Monday, and
wow,
I swear if I
today,
see
actually,
all of you racist-ass people celebrating and wearing sombreros, wearing hats, I'm going to lose my shit.
I don't really do that.
You cannot celebrate culture while at the same time you hate the people, all right?
Why are you wearing a baseball cap?
You guys have to learn to respect our culture and respect our people.
What about our
come
culture?
About, oh, we like the legal ones. We like the legal immigrants.
What we do.
You guys don't like any of us.
It's not
true. Left's new shtick is now we can't celebrate Cinco de Mayo if we voted for Trump. I mean, come on, you guys. And this is especially exhausting for those of us who voted for Trump this time that used to be just like you guys and used to say the exact same crap. Like, do we not realize how pretentious we sound when we say things like this? Like, do you hear yourselves telling someone that they can't have a taco or a margarita on Cinco de Mayo unless they passed your morality test and voted for the right person? Because apparently celebrating Cinco de Mayo is now the left's newest morality test. And apparently you cannot have a margarita tomorrow if you voted for Donald Trump, so enjoy your Diet Coke, I guess. Like, the left cannot honestly think that this is a valid take, because nothing says support for Mexican culture like gatekeeping a holiday that doesn't even belong to you. Apparently margaritas are the new flavor of moral superiority over there. I mean, the next thing you know, at this rate, they're going to be asking us to reveal our voting record just to get into Chipotle. And do you guys not realize that the people that you're saying this to are strangers on the internet? You are trying to tell literal strangers what to do with their lives. People that you will not even physically see out on Cinco de Mayo. Like, I am physically embarrassed. Like, I am getting secondhand embarrassment for you guys because I used to be this way, and I don't think you realize how pretentious and annoying that you're coming off. Like, I truly hope that some of you guys actually wake up and realize that, like, this is just not a fun existence being the way that you're being right now. Like, you guys wonder why half of you are so depressed that you can't even get out of bed. It's because you turn everything into your personal savior complex. But as for the rest of us, yes, we're probably gonna go out and enjoy Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. And not only that, but we're gonna go out and we're gonna watch entire restaurants full of people enjoy themselves as well. And we're not gonna care about what their political affiliation is. Because the rest of us know how to enjoy ourselves and not make everything in the world about politics.
Well, you're still rocking the starter kit of a nose ring and colored hair, but it seems, my dear, you are now based AF. You can get that official Idle Hands merch anytime. Anyways, I'm glad you're on our side now. Welcome to the party.
Hey, dipshits, did you guys realize that one of the biggest revenue days of the whole entire year for Mexican restaurants was Cinco de Mayo? I'm sure with these posts you've been making urging Trump supporters to stay home, stay out of those Mexican restaurants, you didn't even look into it. You don't even care. This is all about you, how you feel, and you don't want to see those red hats in that Mexican restaurant when you're getting your tequila on. Because it's reported that most Mexican restaurants see an increase in revenue from 50 to 70% in that single day. Cinco de Mayo is such a big day for these restaurants, it actually rivals the Super Bowl. If you truly support the people that work there, or the restaurant itself, why the fuck would you be telling people to stay home? Not that you have that sort of authority in the first place, because who the fuck cares what you have to say? But, you guys didn't think that one through, like, at all. If you really enjoy eating at those places, maybe you shouldn't be making posts like that. Maybe you should actually support small businesses. Anyways, maybe think before you speak. And this is just for entertainment.
I'm starting to think that maybe if you have huge glasses, a nose ring, and colored hair, or any combination of the three, maybe you're not crazy. This lady is definitely, she makes a good point. If you kind of basically boycott the day, it's only going to hurt the businesses and they're innocent bystanders in all this, right? They're just trying to make some money. So go out, celebrate, get a taco, get a margarita, or if you drink, get a burrito with some queso. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. Let's support our local restaurants and give them some love today.
Pick me! Pick me! I'm so cool with my hat and my beer. Pick me! Please! You just can't wait for one of them to pick you. I hope you get chosen. Because you're a real woman. Just exactly what a man wants you to be. Bro, y'all are the ones that are so concerned with what is in people's pants. It's you guys!
No.
You see someone that doesn't fit the stereotypical norm of what a woman or a man should look like, and you're like, oh no, what if they're in the bathroom and they try to attack me? Because that's what you think men would do to you.
Yeah.
You want your daughters, your sisters, your friends, your mothers, your aunts, all of the women to be safe from what? From what? From the men.
Pretending to be women.
And you thought this was cute, this comment. Like, it was so unnecessary on that particular post. Society has centered you around men. Look at it. Look at it.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
Actually look at it.
I'm doing
we
that.
We are centered around men in every way, shape, or form.
It is a patriarchal-based system, yes.
Fearful of them.
No.
I know what a woman is. She's powerful. She's bold. She's brave.
Sure.
And she's safe.
Okay.
She's safe for me to be around. She's safe.
Not always.
And the trans people I have spent time with, I have never not felt safe with them. I hope that you find your community that helps you feel safe.
Well, thank you.
And I hope that you have the day you deserve, sweetheart.
Of course. Now, I must say the trans people that have been involved in my life, which has not been a whole lot, but there's been definitely 2. I guess you could consider 1, 3, but anyways, I've never felt threatened by them. They've been just like normal people, but I know that the trans Tifa type people are out there. I've never known them, and I hope to never know them, but yeah, let me know. Let me know your experiences with people that have been or are trans. Nice. That's your New York, Hogel. Jeez Louise. That would never happen when I was growing up. Gee, I don't know. I don't get it. And I don't get this. I've never personally ordered anything through like DoorDash or anything like that. I know. I'm behind the times. But does this happen often? Has this ever happened to any of you? Where they just take your food? Let me know. All right, we've got another comparison video to show you. If you've been watching the channel for a while, I've been showing these type of videos of different countries and how immigration has radically changed them. This next clip on the left is Russia, and on the right, unbelievably, is London. Which country would you want to go visit? I know which one I would. Let me know. What? Did he just swallow a bunch of bees? How is this even happening? He's stuffing them down his shirt. What in the world? What? Well, I guess he's the guy to have if you really want that honey. Jeez. I have never seen this type of thing before. I mean, those are bees. He has to be being stung. Okay, I don't know what we just watched. I have no idea how that guy wasn't puffed up like a balloon with all the stings and everything that he had to have received. What is he just like somehow immune to bee stings? Does he have some kind of weird genetic alteration or something? Or has he just been like stung so many times that it just doesn't affect him anymore? And I think it looked like he ate some bees. What? That was crazy. Interesting. If anybody out there knows what they were saying, that was Poland, by the way, and they are definitely, I guess, showing their stance on Ukraine since they took the flag down. I guess apparently that flag had been up since since like 2022, I believe. So yeah, they're having none of Ukraine, no more. And I think that's how a lot of countries are starting to feel. But yeah, I'm assuming they're saying something about go Poland or something like that, but I don't speak Polish, so I'm sure somebody out there knows what they're saying. Please let me know. All right, let's get on to this next one. It's the classic. Well, just take a look. This guy has now been immortalized, so to speak. Well, the not a Maryland dad is now in the classic Obama motif. And I think it looks good. MS-13, we got the little Obama sign there. That's pretty good. I love it. Should make a shirt out of that. That'd be great. Anyways, this guy's a fool, and I hope he doesn't come back. If he does come back, I hope they just turn right around and send him right back to El Salvador. You know what I'm saying? What a waste.
I just had a man tell me in public that he can't wait until he's legally able to hunt me down. I just had a man in public wait until he can legally hunt us down.
You know, I really wasn't gonna bother the second time I got this comment, but now I've gotten this comment like 10 plus times, so I guess I have to explain why 2 + 2 = 4. He is in the room with me. I asked him if he consented to being on camera. He said yes, but he asked if I could just put the camera on me so he didn't physically have to be in the frame.
So just to give you a little bit of context, this young lady who is just a piece of work, she basically gave an ultimatum to her grandfather, who was like 82, I think, saying that you need to stop voting Republican, stop supporting Trump, don't even vote for Democrats, just support trans rights and global warming and all that left garbage. And you can see the full video of her just absolutely being a horrible person to her grandfather. You can see that on my X account. It's at IdlehandsDave. I think it's like 8 or 9 minutes long or something like that. So I didn't feel like putting it into this video, but go check it out. Anyways, that's what she's talking about. And he being in frame is her grandfather. So let's get back to the nonsense.
And I said yes, that's fine. But yeah, my grandpa's like in the room with me, and not only that, he's coughing up a storm, even though I asked him to reschedule with me if he had any symptoms of being sick or if he had been around anybody that was sick. And that is the number one reason I'm going no contact with him, is because he thinks I need to get over my fear of being sick. And no, I don't. I've gotten sick once since 2020. That's because I social distance and mask. Social distancing and masking, it works. It really does. I have barely been sick in the last 5 years. So I'm going to keep masking and keep not getting COVID.
And you're an absolute idiot. We know now, because Fauci has said that he just literally pulled that social distancing stuff and, basically wearing masks right out of his butt. It has no quantitative, no basis in reality to keep one safe. So, yeah, keep doing it so that we know who the retard is. I mean, look, if you want to wear a mask because you're legitimately sick and you just don't want to spread the germ, if you cough or whatever, I can totally get that. And I'm behind that. And actually, my wife does it every once in a while. But it's because she's sick and she just doesn't want to do it. And I know that now, since COVID, it is way more acceptable to see somebody wearing masks. Like in Japan, you see people wearing masks all the time. Like that's just part of their culture, so whatever. But it's not part of our culture. However, some people like this have been absolutely brainwashed, and they'll be doing it for the rest of their life. And whatever, teach their own. Teach their own. All right, let's move on to the insanity, because I think this next young lady wants what's due. It's like 40 acres and a mule or something. Let's take a look.
Like I said before, black people are owed $300K each. Also, we deserve the 40 acres as well.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with that number. Some people at a college, I forgot who came up with it. It was like some study, it's like some calculation they did. They calculate like 24 hours. This was like in 2022, I think they came out with that number. But there's like other calculations out there that says like we're owed even more money.
By who? No one owes you anything. Like, because that's just what I heard. I read. There's like a study. No one owes you a single thing.
You're a hot girl and you date an ugly man. You're anti-woman.
Oh, goody, goody. Let's hear this one.
What you don't realize is you are raising the stock of that man because he was with you.
Oh, this is going to be good.
And inevitably, you're going to break up because men will men. Then he's going to be on the market. He's going to post pictures of you on his dating app so people are like, damn, that's his ex? She's so pretty. He must have really beautiful insides and be a wonderful person to get such a baddie.
It's just incomprehensible to some of the more shallow-minded individuals that some people actually date others for who they are on the inside versus what they are on the outside.
Shocking.
You know what? It's not true, because I think we've seen all these dudes are the same.
How exactly did one come to that conclusion?
These movies lied. Beauty and the Beast lied. Gaston and the Beast, both very questionable choices, okay? Hunchback of Notre Dame, I think we saw he just wanted to bang Esmeralda.
Ah, I see. They're basing their adult dating choices off of movies they saw as a kid.
That's funny.
That explains a lot.
I am begging all you hot girls, please stop dating ugly men. They do not deserve you.
You know, there's a lot of really great guys out there that don't deserve to be treated like this.
These guys have inflated egos because of all of you hotties raising their stock when they don't deserve it. Why are you investing in worthless securities? Diversify your portfolio. Get a baddie guy. Not believing what they say. Nice guys finish last. No, because they're not nice.
Ah, and so speaks the voice of experience. But as we have just seen, it is often those people that look attractive on the outside, which can be the most unappealing on the inside.
I am so glad I'm not in the dating world anymore.
Can you have a penis and be a woman?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
All
That's
right.
hot.
What is a woman?
A woman is anyone who stands up and declares herself.
Okay.
I believe you. Yeah.
I think I classify myself as a woman.
Do you?
Yeah. I think I'm going to do it right now.
Well, good luck with that. It's not a fun job.
Do you support me in doing that?
I support you doing whatever feels the most integrinous to you.
Excuse me, everyone! I have an announcement! I am a woman!
You go, girl!
Thank you!
Well, if America doesn't survive this new regime, which it very well may not, at least one good thing came out of all of this, and that's that the rest of the world, they learned from our mistake. They're learning us, using us as their cautionary tale. First Canada and then Australia, we scared them straight. They turned away from the right-wing conservative parties, both And I think that's going to continue happening around the world because they see what's happening here and they're like, yeah, well, we don't want any part of that. At least somebody is benefiting from this. I just don't know if we're going to survive it.
If you're looking towards Canada as the bellwether for political correctness or whatever you want to call it, you're an idiot. Canada is so dominated by all of the deep blue territories. I don't see how they're ever going to shake the left off, at least in my lifetime. So I don't know, but we're going to survive. We're going to survive the regime. It's okay, lady. Just take a breath.
Speaking of parenting, I wanted to talk, Marlon, a bit about, just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
Did I just hear that correctly? Did Michelle Obama just admit that she's a man? Let me turn this off. Okay, wow, that is breaking news, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it first here on The Dave Show. Michelle Obama admits she's a man. That's funny.
Would you care to share that journey of?
Well, I learned and their transition really taught me what real unconditional love was.
Yep.
When they went through the transition,
Mm-hmm.
I actually went through the transition.
Yep.
I went from denial to complete acceptance.
Mm.
And it took me a week to get there. And what I've learned as a parent is for you to stop loving your child because of their choice in their life, that's a poor reflection on you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? When there's people that go, I'm not going to associate with you because you do that, or this is against God, and this. It's like, listen, I am not here to judge. I am not God. Only God can judge. And I say this, and if that's a mistake and we get to heaven and God don't let my child in, I'm going to shave a beard and sneak him in through the back.
Okay, so straight men who are into trans women, I have a question. What about trans girls makes them undateable? Like, what is something that's just puts you off them?
You said. So very sad.
If you killed a baby, that's murder. But killing a fetus isn't murder.
What species is the fetus?
Human.
Then how is it not murder?
Because it hasn't been born yet.
Why does that make it human?
Because that's when, it's not dependent on the mom, and it can be, its own thing.
If you have a pacemaker, you're dependent. If you have a ventilator, you're dependent. Babies are in NICU units, neonatal intensive care units, they're dependent.
Yep.
Dependency does not equal its degree of moral worth. And so I need to understand the moral consistency. Here is a baby at 31 weeks that can survive outside of the womb. It has its own brain waves, its own consciousness, its own heartbeat, its own ability to clean its bladder. How is that not a human being? It just happens to be in a mom.
Because it hasn't come out yet. It's still living in the mom. It's still part of the mom.
Right, but it's living. It has a heart. If it's not living, how does it have a heartbeat?
Because a fetus is like a parasite. It lives off the mom.
What?
You think babies are parasites?
Fetuses.
Right, but a fetus literally is just a word for a human being. It's a stage of development.
Before it's born.
Right, but have you ever been to a fetus shower?
Nope.
Why do they call it a baby shower, not a fetus shower?
Well, yes, it's a baby, but it depends on what the mother wants.
Oh, so it is a baby, not a fetus. Got it.
I will never understand the logic of those people that just are totally okay with killing a baby. I don't understand.
Hi, I'm going to say this loudly and with my chest because I haven't voice trained yet, but I love being a woman. Girlhood, literally one of my favorite things. I cannot describe the pure joy that it brings me to actively participate in womanhood. Now that I've found my womanhood, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I love being a woman.
That is one happy man who is absolutely stuck in their delusion.
Alrighty, y'all. I moved to Portland, Oregon about 4 years ago from Pittsburgh,
Okay.
Pennsylvania. Before I left Pittsburgh, I considered myself pretty far left, and then like COVID happened, and then I moved to Portland and saw what far left really looked like, and I feel like the left has lost all common sense at this point. But all that being said, like being
That's
in Portland,
good.
I truly feel like I'm in a twilight zone every day. Like it really exposes like how ugly the far left can really be, because it's what I'm surrounded by on a daily basis. Like they're totally fine with walking past homeless people that are intense, that are having like mental breakdowns right in the middle of the street, and acting like, oh, that's normal, this happens in every city, like I just happen to walk by it every day to go get my latte, no big deal. And it's like, dude, I thought the left was supposed to be empathetic. I thought the left cared about the environment, because if you look at what the homeless population out here alone just does to the environment, it's pretty insane. But all that being said, like, I feel like all the morals have went out the window. All, like, the things that, like, y'all truly fought for went out the window. Now it's all about, like, protesting Tesla, hating Trump, and like, fighting for men to have babies or something. Like, it's literally crazy out here. And I know, like, I should have known this moving out here, but I really thought, like, you know, we'd have some common ground, considering, like, I used to be like one of you. But if anything, it just turns me further to the right, seeing how people act out here, seeing like the point of privilege everybody has too. It's literally insane. Like if you don't believe what they believe, then you're a piece of shit. And like it's just a total la la land, and it's crazy to me that it's been normalized. And I think like Portland is a perfect example of why things shouldn't be far left, and why we need to like kind of come back to common ground somewhere. So
common sense, baby.
You can bitch at me all you want, but you know I'm right, and you know there's plenty of people that think the same way as me. And Portland's just becoming a hub of mental illness and a place for people to go to just be weird. And it's not the good kind of weird. It's the type of weird that needs like medical attention. Let's talk about it.
Well, it looks like more people from the East Coast need to move to Portland so they can finally wake up from this nightmare of thinking being left is totally awesome. Jeez. Well, I'm glad for that guy, and it looks like he's a lot more based. And if it's not my imagination, it looked like he was wearing a hat that may have had an American flag design on it. Oh my gosh, how is that dude not, how has he not been stoned walking through the streets of Portland? Because if he supports the flag, that dude is just straight up evil, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, they're closed there. Why? They're only doing pickup orders right now. Why? No idea.
These fucking hats on, I want to punch them all.
Wow. And that, my friends, is a perfect example of the tolerance of the left. They're truly the party of hatred. Let me tell. Jeez. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Happy 100 days, Donald Trump.
Heck yeah. Thank you, sir.
Happy 100 days, baby. Yes, sir. 100. Happy 100. Happy 100 days, Donald Trump. You already know it, baby.
And here's to the next 100 days, baby.
I'm talking about the way I dress. I'm talking about if what I'm identifying with. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything that is about my body should only be my decision. And abortion is like, yes, it's one major right to have.
Sorry
and there are already 14 or 17 states where you're not allowed to have an abortion. That's shameful.
Pretty sure your days of worrying about getting abortions are over. I think they've been over for a couple decades now, at least.
We all know the war started, right? We can all see that laid out in front of us. The US and the Russia talking about an economic pact. What's going to happen, as we all know, is once this ceasefire is signed, troops will go in, peacekeeping troops, and they'll be attacked by Russia. At which point, a country like the United Kingdom will enact Article 5. The only time this has ever been enacted was after 9/11, America enacted it. America at this point will refuse giving Donald Trump a reason to leave NATO. America then, fearing on its own, is going to sign a federation pact with Russia. Now, they will both stay at wartime. It's not necessarily going to be a war of heavy bombing, but there will be conflict. Just enough to keep them both in wartime situations. You're never getting rid of Trump and Putin. It's already begun. And if you haven't seen that, you may need to take a look around, guys.
So tell me, educate me.
On what? What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? You're the one that was keeping interrupted.
Read the sign. There you go. You're educated.
This is the education.
Let him
Hey,
speak.
don't talk to her like that. Don't talk to her like that, okay? A man is an adult human male, right? Yeah.
Say it one more time.
A man is an adult human male. It describes three things: the age, the species, and sex. Right?
In some cases, yes.
Well, in what? I mean, what else can a man mean?
This is my friend.
Not allowed to join? Why are you being a misogynist? Are you a misogynist? Are you a feminist or not? I'm a radical feminist. What do you think of that?
That's super. So
Yeah.
am I.
Oh, are you? That's amazing. You reduce women to vaginas. That's actually insane. Go on.
I'm letting this young man.
How do you know I'm a man? Huh?
I don't.
Then why did you call me a man?
How do you know I have a vagina? And why are you talking about my genitals, you fucking weirdo?
Why are you here at this meeting?
Because we have something
so
to
rude
say.
to everyone?
We have something to say, just like everyone else, and we're not being rude. Excuse me, you came up being very fucking rude. We were perfectly kind with everyone else. You get what you deserve.
No,
you get what you give. Yep, you get what you give.
Listen.
I know you're not a radical feminist because you support men taking over women's spaces and pretending to be women. You support that.
They're not pretending.
Yes, they are. They lie.
It's always the same with these people. They go out of their way to interject themselves into a situation that's not a situation, but then it becomes a situation. And then, once they're given facts, once they come face to face with reality, they have absolutely nothing to say.
Hey, Trump supporters, I'm
Yeah.
calling on you because
Okay.
you think you're
Yeah.
so much smarter and knowledgeable than us, and you believe that Trump is doing
Awesome.
some good for us. Please explain
Yeah.
to me how it's beneficial for America to
Okay.
be pissing off all our biggest allies while we're on the brink of a World War III. Please tell me, how is
Okay.
it beneficial that Trump is stripping away any public services we have that helps the average American so that he can give more money to his rich friends? How does that help America?
Well, if he was actually doing that, that would be horrible. But I'd like to see at least one receipt on that statement, young lady, because I don't think you have any, because it's not happening.
Please tell me. Please tell me how Trump's dick-sizing competition in the form of tariffs is helping us when
Okay.
we're now getting reports that our ports are empty. Cargo's not coming in, cargo's not coming out, which means our shelves are going to be empty.
It's not coming out? Wouldn't it be going out?
How is that beneficial to the average American? Please tell me. I could keep going on with things that I need you to explain to me, but I doubt you're
Okay.
even this far. But my point of this video is that I genuinely want to know your thought process, because the only way that things are going to get better is when we realize that this is not a right versus left problem anymore. This is a top versus bottom problem. And all us 99%ers that don't have millions of billions of dollars, we need to band together and stand up to the top 1%. But we're not going to be able to do that if people think that Daddy Trump is our Lord and Savior. So I genuinely want to have a conversation.
Jeez.
Please explain to me how these things are beneficial to the average American.
It doesn't matter what we tell you, because you are so embedded, you're so ingrained into that hive mind that even when we tell you the absolute truth of what's going on, you're going to deny it. You're going to be so blind to the truth that you won't accept it, regardless of what we say. And then, of course, you're just going to revert to calling us names and calling us Nazis and calling us fascists and calling us bigots and calling us transphobes and anything else, because you can't handle reality. So I don't know what to tell you.
indeed. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary,
God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Aggressor! Aggressor!
Get away! Get away! That's assault! What are you doing? That's assault! Get away!
Aggressor!
Why are you throwing in my face? We're calling the police. Good plan.
Tolerance, where's your tolerance? You have none! You have none! Practice what you preach! Practice what you preach! Hypocrite! Hypocrite! Where's your tolerance? Where's your tolerance?
You came to my house! Get off the ground! I am in your face. I am in your face. I'll be in your face till the day I die. You don't live here. Wait, you're my
Out of my
You
obviously don't want you here. I'm gonna break your camera.
Get the f*** out of the neighbor. Get the f*** out of the neighbor. Why you in my face?
Because you're in my neighborhood.
What are you gonna do about it?
I don't give a
Turn the other cheek.
Calm down.
You calm down. Get the from my neighborhood.
Calm down.
No,
Get out of my neighborhood.
Shut
You're
the
obviously
No one's
not
talking to you.
living here.
You came up to
No,
us.
you came
You in
up
my
to
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
You in my neighborhood. Where you live? Where do you live?
It's all over.
Where do you live?
Get the
Where your stay?
So these are the signs that they tore apart. Our private property.
Yeah, get your trash off of my property.
Clearly an aggression of our private property. This is the woman that ripped it up.
I'm non-binary. My name is Rowan.
Private property. That's illegal, by the way.
That's private property. It's a piece of paper.
And doing it in a place of prominence, but instead they hide like the cowards they are. Cowards! Keep laughing, bro, because you're a coward. You're a coward.
Our Lady of Fatima, pray for us.
So this person's walking away as the police arrive. Why is that? Why are you walking away? Don't walk away. So he's showing the officer the proof that we were assaulted because a sign was taken out of our hands and torn up. It's a sign defending the innocence of children against Drag Queen Story Hour.
We were just out here having a rosary rally and praying for the souls that are attending the drag show with children. And while we were standing here peacefully praying, a few people came over and were yelling at us, getting in the faces of some of the men, and one woman was rather aggressive and she swatted my signs out of my hand and swatted my hand in the process. Then she tore up my signs and threw them at me and the men, and then proceeded to scream profanities at the men, and she threatened me and said she was going to fine me and hurt me when she fined me. They were just really upset. Their demons were really manifesting today. They didn't like that we were out here peacefully praying, and but we prevailed. We prayed the Holy Rosary here today.
Yes, my friends, the party of joy and tolerance. It is interesting that as soon as the cops came, they just scattered like rats on a sinking ship. It's because they know deep down that they're wrong and that they're ruled by their ideology and not their brain. You know, it's all about feelings, not facts. And that's the problem with the left. I don't know. Well, my friends, I think it is time for a detox after we just waded through all of that liberal madness, got to the other side of sanity. So let's roll it. It's time for Dave's Detox.
You are too fat for that shit.
Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh. What? Oh! Ouch. Oh, my gosh. That is a lucky squirrel. There's glass there. Oh, nice. Aw. Gotta love the kisses. Oh, that would feel really good. I'm with you, brother. Oh. Oh. Nice. Go. Jeez. Oh boy. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, oh, oh! Ah. Why does it have a muzzle on it? Uh-oh. Don't piss off the cat! Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. He's gonna get that hand. Oh, oh! Oh. Wow, that's a lot of puppies. All right, yeah. Oh no! He just really wants to be with them. All right, my friends, that wraps up this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like, subscribe, slap that bell around, tell your friends about Idle Hands and what we're doing here. I'd love to have you as part of the community. All right, until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated. And of course, until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.